Is Bama back? Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, breaking down the SEC schedules, re-released, of course, revised to 10 games with 2 additional conference games, no non-conference games. We wiped out 13 teams. We end with the gold standard. Alabama, yes, they are not the SEC or the defending national champions. That belongs to LSU. But this is the gold standard. Nick Saban with 5 national championships since 2009. Ironically, only 1 additional SEC championship. 6 conference championships for Nick Saban. And when I say is Bama back, were they really gone? No. 11-2, top 10 team in the country, and really better than a top 10 team in the country. One of the 4 or 5 best teams in the country, even with Tua on the sideline. Let's get to Alabama's prospects in 2020. Loaded with talent, the most talented roster in the conference and arguably in the nation. You will not see a board like this until we get to Clemson. When we get to Clemson and we check out their football power index probabilities of wins, percentage per game, then that's going to be off the charts against that conference. But for Alabama in the SEC, this is crazy in regards to the confidence given by the power index. I'm not quite as crazy confident that Alabama's just going to roll through everybody in the SEC. They start with Missouri and Columbia. We're at 95-94%. Texas A&M, you would think a difficult opponent, I believe to be one of the top 15 teams in the country. I don't care what the record will say at the end of the year because Texas A&M plays a brutal schedule, of course. One of the 15 most talented teams in the country, one of the 20 best teams in the country, certainly. 86%. I'm at 72%. Ole Miss on the road. Alabama's got a 92% chance of winning that. We agree between myself and the power index. Okay, even playing Georgia. Georgia maybe is the most talented roster in the conference in the country. Alabama given a 73% chance of winning that game. 73% chance. I'm at 60-40 game for me. Tennessee, 91%. Wow, I'm at 78 versus 22 for the Vols. Mississippi State, they basically shouldn't play. 98%. I'm at 96. LSU in Death Valley against the defending national champions, albeit not the same personnel or roster. 68%. I'm at 56-44. Kentucky's going to be a difficult game, I believe, but not the football power index. 95% chance of defeating Kentucky, which may turn out to have the best offensive line and defense in the conference. Auburn at 77%, and then, of course, Arkansas has been a disaster for a few years at 95%. I actually am more confident that Alabama would beat Arkansas just about every time they could ever possibly play, 98%. So what does this mean? Well, for me, these are just the probabilities of Alabama winning. For the football power index, they are predicting, in a sense, you could say, a 10-0 season for the Tide. For me, I've got Alabama favored in every game, meaning I believe that they should be the favorite. I believe that they would win the majority of times, as indicated by those percentages, meaning if they played LSU 100 times in Death Valley, these same 2 teams, healthy teams, 56-44. Now, don't hold this up to me in November and say, Mark, you predicted this outcome. Now you're predicting this outcome. Things change. We get new information every week. Every game is new information. A new evaluation of the teams, the coaches, and, of course, the injuries factor in. So, Alabama, what do? They lost? Is Alabama going to lose? I think I screwed up there. Yes, Alabama's going to lose a game. They go 9-1. They go to Death Valley. They lose to LSU for a 2nd consecutive season in a barn burner. Should be a night game against the LSU Tigers. Bama, 9-1. We've completed all the teams in the SEC. Who's going to win the thing? We will get to that at a later date. As we march through the ACC and the Big 12, you can look at all the videos and pretty much add it up and see who we believe will be in Atlanta for the SEC championship game right here. Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. We will see you soon. Leave your record projection down below. And, of course, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I just don't understand. If you love college football, if you don't like college football and you're just kind of meandering around YouTube, hey, how you doing? Move it on to your gardening video. But if you love college football, this is the place to be. Best discussion, debate, and analysis. That's our goal. That's our aim every day. Do we hit it every day? We're getting there. That's the mission. Best discussion, debate, and analysis of college football right here with you. Lock it in. When you subscribe, you hit the bell for the notifications. You know when we go live, which for last night was 3 hours of college football talk with you. Otherwise, you don't know when we go live. All right, Alabama's going 9-1. We will see you next time right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football.